Here at World of Warships, we try our best to make the most broken ships for our customers.
Our goal is to make sure to send you back to port as quickly and efficiently as possible.
And we're bringing back the Dockyard event with the Lushun B, a definite must. Let's take a look at it with Ripper.
Hey team, this is Ripper. You guys are doing fantastic. You got a fun video with the Lushun. Yes, it's now coming back, and we're going to talk about it. And I definitely was so glad that they're doing this on the next update at 14.9. It's going to be at a dockyard again. The Lushun did release as a dockyard ship, and it is now coming back for everyone's favorite enjoyment. And I can't believe they're actually doing it, and actually did something I asked for, because I want everybody to actually enjoy this ship, and I think it's actually powerful and underrated that most people think. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe, button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. If you see value what we're doing here today, smash those buttons, leave a comment. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you get something out of it. So let's get right to it. The Lushun, it's actually coming in as a Lushun B, which stands for black, and it's really a very beautiful camo, and I'll throw a screenshot up of it right now. Very gorgeous. I love it. I think I'll try to get it again. I mean, why not? But the only thing is, since I already have it, I wonder if they'll just refund me and just give me the camo. I don't know. We'll see what it goes. But if you guys don't really know, it's basically a tier 10, kind of like a Grozavoy, but a pen, because the guns are similar. Really fine. 130 millimeter, which is close to Grozavoy guns, 950 meters per second. The pen damage is about 22. So again, just like Grozavoy, except lower fire chance, but way faster fire rate. Look at the reload rate on this bad boy, 1.4 seconds. And when I heard that, I was like, my God, this is almost like Druid / Smolin levels of firepower. But the only downside is the HEs don't hit as hard. As you notice, the maximum damage is 1400 as opposed to up to that 2000 range that you're getting, but I'll take it. What someone told me on YouTube, and thank goodness for YouTube, because I learned so much from watching YouTube videos. YouTube says fire AP, and AP says, man, they do a lot of damage, especially against broadside battleships and cruisers. Very effective and very powerful. The torpedoes are kind of like, I don't know, Pan-Asian kind of torpedoes on some ships, like 11 kilometers, deep waters. So that's kind of how I put them in that category. So not the greatest against destroyers, but very good against battleships and cruisers. And the 5.5 kilometer hydro is amazing. I would like to be 6 kilometers, but can't have it all. You know, 5.5 is very good, especially when you get the close. If you really want to like duke it out with a destroyer, because look, your concealment is at 5.8, so you really just have to pop this thing once you get detected, 5.8, and drive in under the 0.3. And at that time, most likely at that closing distance and range, you're going head to head. You're pretty much going to run into somebody, and you just start going to town, and smoke is not going to keep that destroyer away, and you're going to see that engagement here soon. And of course, the gimmick is the heavy repair teams. Now, the downside about this one is it takes 60 seconds to fully heal up everything, as opposed to people's standard 14 to 28. So it's a super heal in a sense, but it ticks up slowly. Okay, here's that situation right here. This Yugamo is now stuck in his smoke with nobody spotting for him with our 5.5 kilometer hydro. Now with a Vampire, you only have 5, so you would have to drive and risk your ship very well. Now look at the power of the AP right there. Look at that, 1450, 726. 2,000. How is a destroyer with only about 16,000 HP going to survive an onslaught like that? And that's why this makes it so powerful. And guess what? This thing's a zombie destroyer. Because now, if let's say I'm in a jam, I can egress the area, pop my my super heal, and I'm repairing for the next minute. So I'm literally coming back to life as a zombie. And that's what makes this thing so damn annoying, because it just keeps coming back and wants to heal back and start over again. And boom, there it is. First blood, first kill. Splash 1, and that is the 16,003, and we did all the damage right there, baby. And that is exactly the power of what Lushun can do right there with those destroyer engagements. And that's why I say, dude, if you are a GD main, pick this damn ship up, and it's coming back. Take advantage of it. I'll read a little bit of the event as we're saying. Oh, here we go. Here's another kind of potential of what you can do right here. Watch this. So you got AP firing. Let me zoom down here so you can see. Look at how much damage the AP can do to a broadside of a battleship. And if you just hit it at the right spot, you're getting 1,300 damage every second. 1,300, 1,300, 1,300, and that is devastating if you get sustained fire. And look at that. Look how much we can heal back with the heals after those secondaries hit us. Look at that. You can see the shadow right there on my destroyer. And look at this. Torpedo, depth chargers, or deep water. Sorry, not depth chargers. Deep water's right into the channel, right into the bomber, and they're unsuspecting, because guess what the reaction time on these bad boys are? 4.6 seconds. That is not a lot of time, okay? Anyways, I'll tell you about the event while the torpedoes are on its way to destroy. Update 14.9 brings a new docker to let you build Pan-Asian destroyer Lushun Bravo. Okay, watch this. Hold on. Let's pause a little bit. Let's take a look at the action right here. Holy mackerel, this is gonna hurt big time. And owie kablowie. Look at that. That is incredibly powerful. A gunboat destroyer with deep water torpedoes. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. And look at that, 2 kills, 34,000 damage, and that's the power of Lushun. And now we're gonna go in and cap and use concealment thing. So while you're enjoying the kind of the aesthetics of the ship here, I'll read you. Again, Lushun Bravo is just part of what you can expect as part of Black Friday events. So again, the Black Friday event's coming up. It's definitely awesome. You can get a sexy camo like I talked about, and it's going to have the Lushun B designation. Lushun B is a stealthy predator capable of dealing high damage per minute, as you saw right there with AP shells. See, so what did I say? Everybody online was telling me, hey, use AP, man. HE's kind of trash. It's really hard. The DPM's not there, but the AP is there. Additionally, armored deep water torpedo, she boasts good concealment, flat ballistics. As you saw the firepower there, very, very flat. Her handling leaves much to be desired as she lacks a smoke generator. And so, it's like, I don't know. I feel kind of like it's a large ship. It feels big. So, yeah, I mean, maybe I guess you could say it's not like daring or vampire style levels, but yeah, very, very clunky if you want to call it that. No smoke generator, but you kind of survive on the hydroacoustic search, heavy repair teams, and recover from fights that don't go your way. So it's really relying on, dude, you get spotted, you can't handle it, egress the area, pop the heal, and you're kind of slowly healing as you come back. On the downside is, if you get focus fired, you're pretty much done, because the healing won't just overcome all that firepower, and you don't have a smoke. Dockyard will have 35 phases, various 30 phases completed through the combat missions. Another 5 phases can be purchased with the balloons. So I like purchasing balloons to starter packs. I think each phase can be purchased for $13.50. The starter packs start at $5,000 for 5 and 10 phases for 9. They are only available until you complete 10 phases of combat missions. The Dockyard will be available through 14.9 and most of 14.10, and will conclude at the release of update 14.11. So you guys pretty much have 2 months' work to get the ship. And what did I say? Definite recommend. It is a must, and I think you'll definitely enjoy it here. The depth charges are actually interesting too. With the hydro and the depth charge, 18 bomblets on the depth charge. That's a lot. So pretty incredible there. Yugumo gets taken out by Marbo. But anyways, the depth charge is one I've noticed I've been destroying submarines. And you guys know how much I hate submarines. But once I get one in the open, or literally within my hydro, I just really run over it and drop 18 depth charges, and I get 2 charges of that, so 36 bomblets. Dude, any thing comes in the way, they're pretty much done. So pretty wild in that regard. But anyways, that is the power of Lushun. It's also pretty powerful in rank. This game is pretty much over in one. I'm not going to watch the rest of this, but you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so another match here with the Lushun. This one's pretty fun with submarines. Also, again, submarines, I hate them, but we'll have to deal with them. I mean, again, adapt and overcome, right? I know a lot of haters up there saying, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You should appreciate submarines more. I mean, not for a video game, honestly. If you want to go play submarines, go play like Silent Hunter or something. But this is a surface warfare game, and that's why I thought I was joining to play, but whatever. We'll do what we can. Adapt and overcome, right? Just like the internet says, hey, stop your complaining, and let's do it. So let's be positive about it, right? I know, it's great. There's a YouTube channel that just mentioned me, a guy from the north. Definitely check out his channel. It's really awesome, and he's got over 1 million subs. Man, I wish I had 1 million subscribers, but he actually mentioned me, which I was very, honored and complimented, and that's pretty awesome. So check out his channel, and we do it all for that, man. So here it is, first engagement with Holland. Look at this. Look at the firepower with AP can do on the Holland right there. So you can see the firepower you can really pull down range, and it is just incredible. Now, he angles, which is smart, but now the HE, look out, the HE only does like 140 here and there, 462, and sometimes these trajectories are off. I don't know why. He might have some kind of dazzle or something. I don't know. I just could not hit this guy for the life of me, and he goes undetected. So, and then we start a fire, which then makes his fire detection higher. There it is. So now you can see how hard. I don't know why the dispersion is just all over the place, and I thought I could kill this guy. And you can see if you don't kill a destroyer, he's going to come back to haunt you because he's got heals. Getting pinged by the fun submarine right there. I'm glad he's enjoying himself with pings. And here's where the problem lies. Oh, I got hit by a torpedo. Well, good thing I took a lot of damage. Okay, look at that. Okay, so take a look at what the heals. Now, heals are popped, 60-second healing time, right? So you can see right there how much I can bring back to life. So this is why Lushun is very, very annoying. The fact that you can just bring back all that health that you just put on him, and all of a sudden he comes back to life. He runs away, goes undetected with 5.8 concealment, and then all of a sudden is surviving. I'm throwing out these depth charges. Someone said to do that, so it throws off the shell. Aiming. People are like, I see splashes everywhere. I don't know where to aim, and it kind of conceals you. I don't know. It's a really cheeky tactic. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if that truly does work. So anytime I'm seeing people fire at me, I just hit the depth charge button. I just make splashes all around me, and I wonder if that really does throw people off. But anyways, so you can see right there what kind of survivability engagement I had. Like literally like 1, 2, 3, 4 people shooting at me, and I had over 126,000 ordnance fired, and that's exactly why you run away, you heal back, come to live, fight another day. Now, look at the firepower of HE. Now, I'm not doing this for DPM. I'm doing this to start a fire, because these things start a lot of fires, because look at how many shells you're putting down range. I mean, a 1.2 second reload. I would love for every destroyer to have 1.2 second reloads. This is pretty incredible for what it can do. And then when you get these fires going, man, oh man, does it really tick up and pay off. And you can get a lot of burn down the world mentalities on that print thing. So Lushun's is incredible in that regard, and it does a very good job in the cap contesting role, the DD hunting role. If you want to put RPF on it, you can't. I don't think it's recommended, because the speed on this thing, as you can see, is very lackluster. 37.8 knots with speed flag. So if you didn't have a speed flag, the base is about approximately 35 knots. So it's really dang slow and clunky. So man, I wish it was, I honestly, if I had to choose, I'd pick the Grozavoy over this, because I mean, Grozavoy's, got a heal, smoke, everything, and it's got similar caliber guns, and it even has, well, what was I going to say? The reload, not the reload booster. What was I going to say? It was basically heal, smoke, the concealment's fine. Yeah, it just doesn't have the Hydra. Man, if the Grozavoy had the Hydra, pretty dang incredible. Maneuverability and the heals are a little bit better. That's my thought on it. I mean, anyways, Grozavoy, it just excels better in my personal opinion. A little bit more damage on the HE shells, and it's kind of similar caliber guns, like I said. But look at this. We're going to take on the Mogador right here and just kind of see if we can get as much cheeky damage as we can off of him. Just look at him on a firepower. Again, the HE shell damage, if I had more DPM on the HE shells, I would have killed him right there outright, but unfortunately, he was angled. I couldn't use the AP, so I had to resort to HE, and that's all I could get out of it. Let's see, what other things? The maneuverability. Yeah, Grozavoy, I think, maneuvers a little bit better than... but again, there's similar style designs. They're just clunky. All right, here we go. We're going to engage this Mogador. I know I'm going to win this fight. There's no way. Like I said, the heals come back very slow, but again, you're healing over time. Let's see how this works right here. How does this engagement happen? All right, let's just switch into AP. Watch what the AP can do on this bad boy. Getting that nice. Even though with the overpins still do damage, so it's really nice. He goes down. I'm slamming on the brakes. I knew it. Every time you see destroyer not firing at you, they're firing their torpedoes. So I just slow down. I know torpedoes are coming, and just slow down, turn in. All right, look at the front turret. Look what the AP can do to a battleship right here. Just the front turrets right here with the AP, okay? It's still doing damage. It's still taking them down. It's still killing. It's still killing. I get that kill. Splash 2 of 46,000. Taking out the Mogador and the Iowa powerhouse right there. All right, I thought I could actually come over here and take out this cap. Unfortunately, these two bad boys over here wanted to start charging me. Lost the torpedo depth charger right there. And now we're just waiting for them to come in and hopefully get a nice angle on the torpedoes. I would not start this engagement, because if that Yodo has a lot of guns on him, and if he fires at me, I'm melting, and my heal is on cooldown. So I pretty much could not fire at this moment, because Los Andes with secondaries, Yodo with guns, and I'm the only one over here, no support. It's very deadly, and you kind of want to go, well, we've got 2 caps. We don't want to worry about Charlie. I'll come back for it later. Let's see if we can go back to our support. Again, always look at your surroundings. Make sure you have support as a destroyer player. In case you do get engaged, that there is somebody that can take the heat off of you and actually can, like I said, reduce that stress and allow you to re-engage and reassess. You're always looking at the minimap. All right, torpedoes are coming back right now. If I can get this nice hit right here, this would be really amazing. And then if he takes one, I'm going to just open up on guns and take him out that way. All right, Yodo, it looks like it's a sweet, juicy hit right here. Ooh, see these deep waters come out of nowhere. I'm telling you, they're hard, and they hit with the glory right there. Look at that, 27,000 damage. And now all I got to do is fire my back guns. Just starting up fires, and he goes down. Bloom, he takes out by the Zuma. Way to go there. Now we'll start a fire in Los Angeles. Okay, now I feel a little bit more comfortable. Firing at these ranges about 12.8 kilometers is not bad. Anything further than that, yeah, Grozavoy can do it. Lushun can do it. Unfortunately, I would rather have the DPM firepower, and now it's the recommended build. Anyways, we'll have the build at the end of the video for you to see. And now we're just going to keep firing and see if we can start a fire and get that nice, easy, cheeky damage right here. But again, as you can see, the HE shells kind of are lackluster. They only do about 14 maximum per salvo, so you're kind of going like, eh. So we're just scratching his paint, right? But, all right, he fires at us. His secondaries are going to just melt us down. I'm telling you, something about their secondaries is so accurate and powerful right here. And look, he's nailing, breaking our guns too at these ranges. That's incredible. All right, we start at least one fire so we can disengage. He goes behind the island right there. We've got our heal in case we need it. And now, ooh, breaks a gun again. My gosh. Okay, we are now spotted by the Holland. Okay, let's see if we can take out Holland right here. It's a 4-3 game right here. Not bad. 92,000 damage. Again, see the power of what Lushun can do. It can really heal back all that damage we lost, come back from the dead, and live to fight another day. And that's what makes, you know, Lushun so freaking powerful and annoying. Like, I mean, we can absorb a lot of firepower and damage while dealing out a lot of damage as well. Very, very well balanced. I think it's a great destroyer if you're DD main. We're going to charge the Holland right here. There it is. We put our Hydro up to spot the torpedoes. Now, here's where this engagement is very interesting. He has 10,000 health. I have 12,000, but unfortunately, you can see the guns don't do as much damage as he does, especially if he angles. He knows how to angle against me. He knows what we're playing. See, we're getting a lot of ricochets right there. And so I got to switch to HE, and he knows that if I switch to HE, my DPM goes down. I get a couple shells in the air, and boom, we get him on the splash room. So that kills him and secures the win that way. Hey, definitely worthy sacrifice, but like I said, the HEs are very, like spit wads, but the AP is very, very powerful. So that's my take on the Lushuns. It is a definite must. I definitely recommend it. If you want to spend a couple doubloons on it here and there to get the starter pack, I recommend it too. If not, try to grind it out, but definitely don't let this opportunity pass up. It is an incredible destroyer. I really don't see too many played right now lately, but it is a powerful, powerful destroyer and definite must. But as always, hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have Lushun's, or are you wanting to plan on getting it? It is a definite must. A lot of destroyers being released lately, and I think it's a good thing because destroyer. We need more destroyer players. We need to be powerful, smart destroyer players to help out our team and win the game for everybody. So there it is. 107,000 damage. How do we do? Top of the team right there. Yeah, and I've noticed in Lushun's, man, I'm getting tons of potential damage right there. That means I'm absorbing a lot of incoming fire, which is exactly what you want as well. And we're still at least somewhat profitable. Okay, as well, I hope you guys are doing well as always. If you see me out there, make sure you say hello. And as always, you guys stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Cheers.